Mamelodi Sundowns played Stellenbosch at home at Lucas Moripe Stadium, whereas it was already settled. It was another game where it's more like a training session. I'd expected more from Stellenbosch because it's the Confed semi-finalist. And look, Stevie Barker always gives Mamelodi Sundowns a bit of a headache. So he's a good coach. He has a good team. But I think knowing that it's the last bit of matches being played, at some point you would expect Mamelodi Sundowns to be this dominant. Welcome back again to another exciting video this week. Just a reaction to the past games that have happened, and congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs for being a champion. But we'll cover that in its own video. Mamelodi Sundowns is well on their way to being their eighth league in the PSL era, eighth league title in a row. And I've been singing this song for a while. And a lot of people back at this news looking elsewhere for things to justify how our PSL is. And it's becoming what, a German league, PSG, or a French league. It's a farmers league now, the League of Farmers. Yeah, so we're going to start there. Going to talk about everything, but I want to talk about the match itself, though, because that's what's important. It's much as there's not much to talk about because you keep on seeing this team getting better and better and better and better and better in a situation where they don't seem like they've skipped a beat. They've had no coaches, changes, how they started and how it is now, especially seeing all the players that they've who have joined the club. Some of them have come back from loan. Some of them have been released. They don't look like a team that's lost any players. So that's how easy it is. And it should be, I don't know if I've been echoing this enough, though. It should have been, this is a record-breaking season for them. But it looks like it's business as usual. I mean, all the hype has been taken by other things, of course. But, when you look at our league and where it's going and what Sundowns has achieved, I mean, for them to have been the only club they've won ETS TV Premiership as a Shinchi sponsor shows the dominance. And now they're preparing for maybe possibly their second stop. Another thing is they're preparing to go to the Club World Cup. So obviously what we're looking at is a picture where these players probably looking at their international standards, want to achieve. Some of them are selling themselves to play in the US, where there's a broader audience. Europe is watching, the rest of the world is watching, so they might actually get themselves good contracts if they continue flying high and playing this good. Now, coming to this game, Stellenbosch is chasing number 3. Right now, they're a point behind is Kukuni. And also, for me, it was already done. But for hypothetical reasons, let's say Pirates had a mathematical chance. So what could have happened today is either a draw or a loss would have stopped any calculations and give maybe Pirates a chance to say, hey, if Sundowns lose this one, and if goal difference, if they score enough goals and so forth and so on. But Pirates won 3-0 comfortably. Within 20 minutes, the league was wrapped. Actually, Stellenbosch should have given Sundowns a guard of honor. And I'm hurt. As a Kaizer Chiefs fan, as a football fan, I'm hurt because Sundowns is going to win their 9th title. It's going to win their 10th title, the way it looks now. So, yeah, the game itself had those elements. Stellenbosch, they seem like they've closed the chapter of Confed, of them almost qualifying for the final and all these things. They've kept most of the players that they've been using throughout the season, especially the players that they've kept the ball rolling and giving them the result that they need. Even with the changes, they keeps on playing Abu Barnes, Sekonaf. I think Ukiba was a new signing. Still have who's this on the left? I forgot this name. I think it's Palace. He still comes on with the same players, or it still uses the same type of players. They still play the same way, but I'm thinking that a hype, not really a hype, but I think it happens generally with all DSTV Premiership players or teams that they try to be part of the top five, the top four. The second or third season, they start dipping. I hope that's not what's happening, but it's a trend. Nesugo Kune and all these other clubs who are being sold, now have joined the top eight and they keep on having this yin and yang. It's generally what happens. And the saying about there's a decline. And for me, it's obvious because of the fact that they are selling club. And they'll keep on stripping them because if indeed Pasadena is leaving next season, you could see a different Stellenbosch altogether. I think they've lost their spark because of them selling so much of their key players. I mean, Adams was actually a problem for them now, and they couldn't stop him. Sundowns on their side, coming back to them, I'm starting to like Kusales for some reason. I don't know why they keep using him as a 10, but for me, look, rotation, I think it's good for them. Looking at the fact that you want to keep it interesting for your pyramids. So I'm guessing all those games they're playing, the analysts are going to be taking those videos, using it for analysis and how they can stop Sundowns, which I don't think they can. And I think they should rest to Tebogo Mokoena for me. I think Tebogo Mokoena deserves a rest because he has played almost 100% of their games and he's been on the starting lineup. We still have our Obas who can play that role. Who can, like, even second half, they actually didn't play with a defensive midfielder. So shows that they can. And they had a strong bench as well, which they gave enough players a chance and so forth. So that game, man, I was so disappointed in Stellenbosch in a sense where even the mistakes, I mean, the first goal was terrible for them. And to think now we were expecting a very, very interesting finish to the league and where they wrap it up, maybe the last day of the league, where you see Pirates trying to do whatever they can. But now it crumbled. And Sundowns, again, they proved to us why they've won 7 titles in a row. Respect, hats off to them, hats off to Tsipe, the family, director, how they've built this team to be such a formidable team at the moment. And it's going to be hard, to be honest, whether it's Pirates or Chiefs or any other club to challenge these guys at the moment. So far, with the coach coming in, I don't think he didn't take long. There were criticism of how the style of play wasn't as quick and fast as the Rolani from Mangoba and the players that he was using, but he found himself in a short space of time. He actually found the team that was actually playing so well already. I mean, there's been comments in saying this club can literally, or the players can literally coach themselves. So they look together. They look like they're enjoying what they're doing. I mean, we've got young players, or the only young player that's really starting to break through the starting lineup with Malibongo Khoza. I wish him all the best. He looks solid, and he looks like a candidate. He looks like a very proper, well-developed central back. I mean, I think in the DSTV Premiership, you have to look at defenders who are playing that role at the moment. There's very few in between that are very clean, clinical, win his duels, very smart, has vision. I like that he doesn't just scoop the ball, which is identity Sundowns. He doesn't just clear it when there's no reason. I guess because of where he plays. It's going to be interesting when he gets a chance to national team, especially for his age. By the time he matures, it makes you understand that there's a lot of football. Not saying it's enough. The pairing that I would like, just to drop that, I would like to see him not totally a good national team, but that's a story for another day. So, man, it's enjoyable to watch Sundowns. It's almost as if you're watching a Premier League team, yes, England, or you're watching the Premier League, because there's decisions that they take that you appreciate because it's football at its highest level. They don't complicate it at times. They play to their strength, and they suffocated Stellenbosch very early. so that they can establish dominance yabo kahle, and they didn't want any surprises. You can tell that this coach wants to wrap up the league very quickly, and professionalism yabo, it's impeccable. When you look at all the other teams playing at the moment, results are very, very fluctuating. People are struggling for relegation in the top 8. But the quality of football has dropped a bit because it's been a long season. You can tell that these guys want to go to a preseason. But the Sundowns is the only club that still maintains that level, especially for them having to have played so many games and watching them go curve. They now bring the standard of professionalism back into the league. And the PSL, man, I think we should be proud because now Sundowns and Chiefs, that's why now we are looking at them and we're watching them with the same eye as Sundowns. We wish we see the players executing a consistent individual performances plus team-wise each and every week. And it's all thanks to this team. And you'd be blind. You would be blind not to admire what they're doing at the moment. So, good game. Sunday, ubukele, urelaxile, ubuye esontweni uhlale and just watch a lot of elements and the changes as well that came in. Even though they didn't change much of the score, it was good to see Themba Zwane coming in and grabbing those minutes. And that's another thing I appreciate about the technical team. He comes from a long-term injury, so the way Bam managing a corner for his age and him getting back that fitness and the sharpness of his game, the minutes that he's getting are good for him, and especially at a time when the team is winning. So he doesn't have too much pressure. He's focused on his physical fitness, his match fitness, and getting a certain rhythm back in play. So those are other things that you can really appreciate in terms of how this team is set up. I don't know how many points I've mentioned about so much good that is happening at the club, football decisions wise, from the director and everything that's happening. So you can already tell the future how it's looking. I mean, our Adams are already clicking. Reyners, like Ribeiro, these guys, I mean, two guys who are top goal scorers and have assists from the same team. They are competing for the top goal scorer at the moment for the Golden Boot. Adams, and these Adams, no Raiders, they new signings, but they look like they've been playing for the club for a long time. Shows the pedigree, shows the foundation that has been instilled in the team, and it's really, really going to be hard to dethrone them. You have to work extra hard to dethrone the Sundowns in a league format. Camp games, because there's little games to be played there and there's so many breaks in between. I guess that's where the focus sometimes lies in terms of what they can do. But for me, I'm actually rooting for them to win the CAF because it's good for our PSL, and all the best to them in the Club World Cup. I'll keep on saying this every week. Supporter or just promoting the club. Congratulations, Mamelodi Sundowns. That's all I have for you guys. Stay tuned for another video this week as we wrap up the last few games. I think they lost 2 games to the league and we go to preseason. Thank you. Sharp.